Mr. Thompson, I've been following this. I've been impressed. I've read your references, but you lost me in the answer to Senator Heinrich's question. Are you telling this committee that you've lived in the United States for the last 3 years, read newspapers, participated in the practice of law, and you don't know the meaning of the term deep state? The more accurate answer than that long, rambling non-answer you gave was no. Don't tell us what you think. You're not helping yourself by obfuscating and avoiding these questions. You also avoided Senator Collins' question, which was exactly the right question. And everybody in the country knows what happened in that case. It's a very simple question. Should that complaint have been forwarded to Congress? Yes or no?
The complaint by Michael Atkinson.
The complaint, the whistleblower complaint that was the basis of an impeachment hearing.
Right.
Don't tell me you don't know all the facts. We know the essential facts. You know what the complaint was. Should that have been forwarded to Congress, yes or no?
The Senator, I fully understand your concern and the importance.
Okay, you don't appear to want to answer. Let me move on. Were you interviewed by the President for this position?
The President of the United States?
Yes.
No, sir.
You said no?
Correct.
Were you interviewed by personnel at the White House?
The White House counsel, yes, sir.
Was there ever any question that suggested to you any issue of loyalty or reminding you of your subservience to the President who was appointing you?
So, Senator, I'm going to answer that question. I will preface it, the generally conversations that I would have with the White House counsel, I think are confidential. However, I can tell you—
What's the basis of that statement? What's the basis of the statement of what
questions
you were asked in terms of your suitability for this position?
It's my understanding, but I will answer your question.
Thank you.
No one from the White House ever gave me any kind of a litmus test or loyalty test to the President at all.
Did they suggest that was a significant concern or question or
no
issue?
One.
Did the word loyalty ever arise in any of those conversations?
I will tell you, Senator, no one at the White House ever gave me any, to my knowledge, or I never perceived any kind of loyalty test at all with regard to the President. Senator, let me answer this. I would absolutely, if confirmed, do my job in an independent way. If any pressure was brought on me by the White House, then I would consider that to be absolutely inappropriate.
Would you notify this committee of that fact?
If I had pressure from the White House or any outside external source like that, I would notify the committee.
Thank you. You understand that one of the critical importance— I think the IG position is one of the most important in our government generally. But in this particular case, it's especially important because we're dealing with a secret agency, which is an anomaly in a democracy. Doesn't have the usual watchdogs of the press or of interest groups or of outside people who know what's happening. Therefore, the position is especially doubly important than it would be in the Department of Agriculture or another. Not to denigrate that, but that's a special role here. And the other piece is the obligation, as you've acknowledged, of reporting information to this committee, because we're the only committee that follows what's going on in those agencies. So I hope you appreciate that this is an extremely important position. And this President has made plain his desire to politicize the intelligence agencies, that he doesn't like the intelligence agencies. And the Vice Chair read off the list of all the people that have been removed. I guess all you can do is tell me that you'll stand up to that, but I certainly hope that you will, because it's important for the country. Whether it's this President, you may well be in the IG on another President. Any President who's trying to influence the preparation of intelligence is harming themselves and harming the country. Will you commit unequivocally before this committee to notify us of any such pressure and to resist any such pressure?
Senator, if any such pressure was brought on the IG's office to alter its product or how it evaluates something or from any other source, I would consider that very serious. I would report that to the CIA director, I'm sure, and this committee. And I will say, Senator, you're referring to you would hope that I would be independent and resist. We really don't know one another. But if I'm confirmed, I think within a short period of time after working with me and working in my office, I think you would be absolutely convinced that I'm not going to give in to any kind of undue, inappropriate pressure, that I will always stand firm to my convictions. I can absolutely assure you of that. And I know anyone can stand up here and tell you that.
The possibility of being fired.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
Up to and including the likelihood of being fired.
Senator, if I was fired for doing my job in a lawful way, in an appropriate way, then I would be fired.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.